everyone, welcome back to the Lazy River. Today we have some interesting things to show you, so you won't want to miss it. We're going to be talking about some new plants, new setups, and some interesting discoveries, as well as some interesting things that I want to show you by the end of this video. So stay tuned. So let's just dive right into this. This is Lazy's tank, and yesterday I decided that I was going to rescape it, and I needed a place to put all of this excess Monte Carlo that I've got. So I ordered like 3 pots of Monte Carlo and dwarf hairgrass for another project that I'll show you here in a little bit. Now, it was just way too much, so I decided, well, you know, Lazy's tank gets some pretty good light, as you can see here, so I figured why not rescape it and plant this Monte Carlo in the foreground in hopes of achieving a small carpet. Now, I don't run any CO2 on here, so it may take some time, but I think the end result is going to look awesome. We redid the hardscape here. We have about 5 to 7 stones in here. You can't see them all because of the cambomba that's to the left and to the right in the mid-ground. In the very background is just some jungle val that has been thriving but not really doing anything much. We cleared a bunch of the plants that were on the top out of there, and we did all that last night. We did about a 90% water change, and another awesome discovery that we found in here were some Amano shrimp. I don't know if you recall the video a while back where I had introduced some Amano shrimp to here. Well, I thought that they had long since up and died, but as a matter of fact, there's 3 of them in there, and they're about as big around as my pinky finger, so that's pretty exciting. Let's go inside and show you some stuff real quick. Kind of just jumping back into where we left off last time with the Nano aquariums. This is the Nano number 1 with Siswassertang and Pylomoss with some driftwood that's housing some of my shrimp. I actually added another mama shrimp in there yesterday from the fish store, a crystal blue. I was lucky enough to find her. She's a true crystal blue, but the other ones that are in here are culls. Now there's a cull crystal blue mama in here that's also carrying eggs. Both of those mama shrimp are carrying eggs. We probably have about, I don't know, 8 to 10 shrimp in here right now, but I'm expecting a population boom, and I'm excited about that. Let's go in and show you the other project that we are working on. Now, this is what I meant when I said I had way too much Monte Carlo. You'll see right here in the mid-ground in this Iwagumi scape that I have some Monte Carlo, and then in the background some dwarf hairgrass. I set this up on the 13th, as you see from the marker right there. And this tank doesn't run on CO2, nor does it have a filter. It just has a simple air stone on the right hand side. And I also was fortunate enough to get myself some cherry shrimp. Look at that. We have 2 females and 1 male, which is a very nice combo right now. The tank itself holds about 1 gallon, and it has a very deep sand bed. It has some peat moss, some sand, a little bit of organic potting soil, and some shrimp soil, as well as this Iwagumi scape with 3 stones that you see going up, and it kind of just flows that way. I only potted 1 planter of each of the plants because I just want to see how they spread over the tank. I'm really excited to see how that goes. This is the tank that was in the last video from Aquarium Yard Sale Finds, the mini hex, whatever it was, but it's doing really well. It's a new environment. I'm super stoked on it. We also ordered an LED light from China, which is supposed to be here. It says by December, but I'm hoping it gets here sooner. We're in the dark right now, but I'll just show you what we got this set up to. It's set up to a timer for the light. For the light, and then we just have the pump hooked into the wall. So I think that that's very important, getting your tanks timed on a schedule, so you know you don't overlight them and maybe run into algae issues. But let's hop back out to the living room real quick, and I'll show you something else. this is the extra dwarf hairgrass that I had, along with another pot that is in the tangerine tank outside. The one outside really isn't getting too much light, so I'm thinking about probably moving it in here somewhere and finding a space for it. We're doing some Java moss mats. As you see right here, we got 3 of them going. The only problem is that they do take some time to do. This one right down here was a Java moss mat that's, was started at one point, but it's pretty much just spread right out, and it's starting to go over top of the sand, which I'm really digging. I'd really like to get more of that, but, it's going to take time. We got some moss and some Siswaster growing on these rocks. And the moss is actually starting to battle the moss that's on this piece of dragonstone in the back that has the Anubias on it. It's kind of cool. This moss kind of started to subside, and this moss right here looks like it's kind of taken over as it's starting to go up the rock a little bit. But super cool stuff, guys. And also, I wanted to show you this real quick. Got it in my pocket. Been working on some new projects with making guitar picks. This was made out of some scoots that came from Harry and Cherry in the turtle tank, and we did a little bit of a guitar pick project, so that's pretty cool. And I'll probably go into that in another video, but I just was really stoked on that to show you that. Anyways, guys, I got a few things to do around here with the fish. I hope that you're all doing well. Please leave your comments and questions, whatever, below. And until next time, stay lazy and adios.